Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of What is Wrong with You? I'm Janessa, your host. I haven't gotten to make an episode in like 2 weeks. I have been crazy busy. I've not also been in town. It's kind of weird. I think this is the most places I've traveled in the span of 2 weeks. I feel jet lagged, but I didn't fly, so I don't know how that's possible. But I went on a cruise for a week, and we went to Honduras, Costa Maya, Cozumel, and then we just cruised the other days that we were on the cruise. But it was like an 8-day cruise, and then right after that, I had to drive to Oklahoma for a work event, and I didn't really like do much there because it was kind of like the thing where it's like you come in overnight, you go to the conference, and then as soon as the conference was over, I was like, I'm not gonna stay here. I mean, I could go to like Windstar or something, which I was very tempted to, but I just drove right back home, stayed there for like a day. And then after that, I spent the whole weekend at Canyon Lake, which isn't very far from Austin where I live, but it was still like the first drive over there was like 2 hours. And yeah, I've just been on the go. So I'm happy to be home. I'm happy to be situated. And it was a lot of fun. I get really bad motion sickness. So I thought I was going to throw up on this boat, and the thought of being in the middle of the ocean kind of freaked me out, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. And I'm happy that I went because I got to go with a good friend of mine, and we had a lot of fun. They serve you like these crazy dinners every night, which I sound like a fat ass saying this, but like these dinners are amazing. And I am sure if you've ever been on a cruise, you know this, but we got to go to these dinners where it was like you just order whatever you want, and like you can order how much of it you want. So like people in my group were getting like 3 to 4 steaks a night, and yeah, it was pretty amazing. Um but yeah, I'm happy to be home. I think I would definitely go on a cruise again. It's a little bit nice because I feel like I conquered my fear. I like to be on boats and things like that. Like I love a good boat. I just didn't know how I was gonna feel about being on a large one for 8 days. But I'm happy I didn't really throw up as much as I thought I would, which is gross. But yeah, I just thought like, oh, I'm gonna have a real bad panic attack and I'm gonna start getting sick because even in the car I get sick. But yeah, I just wanted to tell you guys where I've been and why I've been MIA for the past 2 weeks. I feel a lot better to be home. This morning was kind of chaotic. I haven't talked about this yet, but I got a little dog, and she's a little Yorkie Chihuahua mix, but I never in my life thought that I would get a Chihuahua because they're just kind of annoying. And this one kind of just like, I've been wanting a Yorkie for a really long time because I used to own Yorkies, and my childhood Yorkie died. And after that, I've always been like, I'm gonna get another one, I'm gonna get another one, but it just never really panned out. And now this randomly did because my cousin's Yorkies had a Yorkie. And like I said, she's got a little bit of Chihuahua, but you can't even tell. She mainly looks like a Yorkie. Um, she acts like a Chihuahua though. She acts like she's ready to fight. Because I think I've mentioned this before, but we also have a German Shepherd at home. So she thinks that she can fight the German Shepherd and win. And I wish I had a picture or a video of it, but sadly I haven't captured this moment on camera. The little Yorkie bites the German Shepherd's tail and hangs onto it. So then the German Shepherd will just walk and the Yorkie will be hanging on its tail. It's kind of funny. But yeah, it's a lot to juggle a puppy. And I don't think that I could do it by myself. My boyfriend helps out a lot. He is such a blessing to help with this dog because if I had this dog by myself, I would feel like a single mom. I would. It's a lot, but anyways, I love it and it's fun and I love her, and truly I feel like this dog has cured my depression, which that feels like a parent saying like, I needed to have this baby, but I don't know if that's right or wrong, but I think it's definitely helped. But this morning, when I woke up, she decided to be a little terrorist, and she's potty trained. She knows where to potty, but for some reason, she decided to pee in my room, poop on the carpet, like all the things. And it's like, dude, you know where to go. But to give her some grace, she came traveling with me to the lake this weekend. And she was a little out of sorts there because I can't take her in the grass yet. I can take her places, but she still needs one more round of her shots because they could not give her all of her vaccines because she's so tiny. She's only 3 pounds, and she was a pound when I got her. But yeah, this morning she just decided to do what she wanted to do. And then she got mad at me when I tried to pick up her mess. And it was just a whole thing. She was just being a puppy, a typical puppy. Then yeah, I'm happy that I'm here and I don't feel car sick with you guys, because I had an Uber driver who was quite the character. He was driving like a grandpa, and then when it was time to like exit, he all of a sudden turned into like a NASCAR driver and he was playing this like video game music in the background. I don't know, it felt like I was in a video game or something. But he was nice. He was probably just wanting to get out of the rain. It's a rainy day, which always makes it hard to like get up and do things. I always just want to be like a lazy hag when it's raining, and it's just the best weather. If I could sleep all day, I think I would, but I don't know. Sometimes I always say like, if I could just sleep all day and stay in bed, but I don't think that would help. I think that would make me feel bad. I don't know. Or maybe I'm just bad at like relaxing. One of the two. Yeah, I think that's about the newest thing in my life right now is I always just I'm going to start incorporating these solo episodes to like just do a little catch up. And I think when I haven't made a podcast episode for 2 weeks, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to catch everybody up about what's going in my life, even though what does anybody care, right? We're all just living life. But yeah, I think the Yorkie and the traveling are like the two most recent things. Oh, I did get a new job, which is why I had to go all the way to Oklahoma for a job conference. I've talked in the past about like how I just substitute teach now, and I really like that. But when you teach or just like work at a school district, you have to renew your contract every year, which hopefully I'm allowed to talk about this, but I'm leaving anyway, so I don't know what it matters. You have to renew your contract, and I got offered a job working in office for medical billing. And I don't want to say where I work for just in case. I don't know if they probably have some agreement. So yeah, anyways, I got offered this job, and it's a hybrid job, and the hours are still flexible. And I was like, well, the universe makes everything work, because I've been wanting a hybrid job anyways. So the plan for me was, I had told myself like, when I get a job that I can work at home, I will get a dog, because I've been wanting a dog for a very long time. And for some reason, I kind of did it the opposite way. I got the dog, and then, well, I guess, okay, technically I did get the job first, I guess, but then I had a very long start date. It was just, I did things backwards, but it works out now. This came in my path. So yeah, I'm not renewing my contract at the school. And, I'm a little bit sad about it, because I feel like working with middle and high school students, especially working with them, teaching them like theater, has been really fulfilling. It's not even like, I feel like sometimes I'm not the one that's teaching them. I feel like they're teaching me new things, and helping them helped me in a way. And even though there were some days where I just showed up to work and I was like, these kids are just making me go insane, I still love them. Towards the end of substituting, I worked with special needs children, and that was rewarding in itself. And they're honest. Kids are always honest. every kid. I mean, I guess I worked with the first graders, and those are honest kids too. They're kids are gonna let you know if you look bad, if you sound bad. So yeah, I'm really gonna miss it, but I just had to make a decision. It's nice, but everybody knows how the teacher pay is, and if I can get a job with better pay, then so be it. I think like if anything, maybe I'll come back to it one day. But for right now, I'm trying to get myself out of debt. So yeah, and once I get out of debt, who knows? But yeah, that's new. I forgot to even mention that. But yeah, the dog, traveling, the job, those are all new things, and I like that because for this year, I just wanted to experience a bunch of different new things, anyways, and I feel like I'm getting more out of my comfort zone this year. I want to do more traveling. I want to go to like take mini trips and do all these things. And we got until January. I was thinking the other day. Well, I wasn't thinking this actually. My boyfriend had said like we're almost 26, and I was like, no, I don't want to be 26. I want to stay 25 forever. It's like I've liked this age so far, but the reality is when November rolls around, I'll be 26 again, and then this year will be over before we know it. So yeah, I guess just living life day by day has been fun so far. And yeah, one thing that I do have to complain about, because I've been asking all my guests, what do you have to complain about? Here's my huge thing that I have to complain about, and I'm pissed about it, to be fair, is Justin Bieber's having a kid. I'm so upset about it. It's like, maybe I should just get over this because I'm not 15 anymore, but I'm still going to be mad about it. I don't like Hailey Bieber. This was an arranged marriage. I think him and Selena Gomez should have ended up together, and there's so many TikToks saying like, him and Selena Gomez were toxic, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. No, they weren't. They were just dating at a young age. And Hailey Bieber is, I'm saying she's rude. I don't know. I don't know her, but I'm very unhappy about it. It feels like it is arranged. I have seen TikToks and interviews where she's like fangirling over him. She copies things. Brandon, could you look up Hailey Bieber copying Selena Gomez? Because if I'm on here saying that she's copying Selena Gomez, it's going to look like I'm just hating on her. But, they even have an article. Or no, that's a YouTube video. Yeah, so the 10 times Hailey Bieber has copied Selena Gomez. I forgot about that. Her cooking show. Yeah, so Selena Gomez has a cooking show. Hailey Bieber does too. See the next one. Oh, the tattoo. I didn't know about that. I also didn't know Selena Gomez has 16 tattoos. That's wild. Okay, the lipstick thing, that's a stretch. I guess everybody can wear the color red. Oh, okay, the Rare versus Road. Selena Gomez does have a makeup line called Rare Beauty that is pretty good. And what do you know? Hailey Bieber has Road. Am I saying that right? I don't know. Someone can correct me if I'm not. But, someone said a huge Britney Spears fan. Okay, that's kind of a reach because we can all love Britney even though she's going through stuff. That's a little identical, but that might be a reach too. Okay, that's the same outfit. She's being a copycat there.
A baby photo feels like a reach.
Right? Okie dokie. I don't know about that, but okay, some of these are reaches, but some of them aren't. And maybe I should not hate on Hailey Bieber this much, but I just don't like her. Maybe it's my jealousy. I don't know. Maybe I'm like, why did Justin Bieber have to get married? Maybe I'm just bitter about that. I used to be like a huge Justin Bieber fan when I was like, well, now I am actually, but like when I was a teenager, back when I didn't talk to like real boys, I love Justin Bieber, and I was like obsessed with him, and I have gone to a lot of his concerts. The last concert of his that I had tickets to, I didn't get to go for other reasons, but I went to his concert, and one of the concerts I went to, I wrote a letter to him, and I found one of his backup dancers. So I take snooping seriously, which I've mentioned in previous episodes. But I found one of his backup dancers in the arena, just like walking around. I gave his backup dancer this note, and thinking about it now, it's like this was so corny teenage girl of me, but I wrote Justin Bieber this note, and on it I put my Twitter handle. And at the time, like, I had made this like Justin Bieber fan account with a lot of following, but anyways, he followed my real account shortly after that. And it could have just been a coincidence, but I like to think it's because he read the note that I made him, cuz I don't know why else he would have followed me, but in the note I was like, "Please follow me." So I don't know, maybe that's it, but yeah, I used to be obsessed with him. I had like, now this is where I'm like, I don't know why my parents let me do this, because it was kind of a little bit obsessive, but I also didn't have a hobby or a job back then, so I had to resort to obsessing over something. I had like a bunch of posters of him all over my wall. It was like just like covered in Justin Bieber. I went to go see his movie when it was out like multiple times. I I was just an obsessive fan. And then when I finally got my first boyfriend, he was like, "I need you to take down all the Justin Bieber posters. It's making me sensitive." And so, whatever, I took them down. But my love for Justin Bieber has never died. I even have stand-up jokes about him. I just love him. And I do think, looking back on it now, I think some stuff has happened. Like, I definitely think he's gotten molested, which I don't know if YouTube is going to censor that. But I don't know. I've seen a lot of TikToks, and I feel bad for him. It seems like something weird has gone on. He, like, took a break on one of the tours, and stopped it because he said, like, he was finding God or, like, some kind of religious reason like that. He's fact checking it, so. Oh yeah, he also did have something health issues. But yeah, it says because of his exhaustion, but there was something to do with religion, or like, maybe not. Was I imagining that? There was something that he said about religion, that he was like taking a break. And the fans were like, "This is weird." But I feel like something is like happened. Okay, there we go. Oh, okay, well, he denies it. Okay, well then that's my fault for being a fake fan, I guess. But I guess it was like a rumor that he stopped this for religious reasons. Maybe he was just tired. Um but it seems like something has happened to him in his life that we don't know about. We may never know about. Um and yeah, I don't obsess over him as much anymore, but him having a kid just made me a little bit upset, and I will always be a fan. Um, the it's just like, I don't know, some things, I think there was like growing up like One Direction girlies and then like Justin Bieber girlies, and I liked One Direction too, but just not as much as Justin Bieber. Um, but yeah, um, that leads me to my next thing, is that I went on the cruise. I didn't have cell service for mainly the whole entire week. I had it a little bit here and there, but I came back and I saw that Drake and Kendrick Lamar are beefing. Do you know about that, Brandon? Well, you don't live under a rock, probably.
Yeah. I've been looking into all of that and stuff.
So this is my understanding. You can correct me if I'm wrong. Did basically Kendrick just like take a shot at Drake because like Drake is like a pedophile, or like do you know what happened behind that?
I mean, it started like it's been going on for like years
Oh,
that they like
okay.
have like subtly dissed each other,
Gotcha.
and then there was like a song that came out from Future and Metro Boomin, and
Uh,
he featured on it and like dissed Drake, and so then Drake put out a diss track, like just a straight up diss track, and then they went back
oh,
and forth with diss tracks for a while.
gotcha. Okay, okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah, think
Yeah.
I think they each put out 4 diss tracks to each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to any of the Drake ones. I've listened to the Kendrick ones.
Yeah, I think people kind of are taking it that Kendrick won. Like, Drake came out hot and he dropped like 2 songs before Kendrick dropped them, and they were pretty good. But then Kendrick dropped like 3 good ones in a row, 3 crazy ones. And then even the last one that he dropped is like getting played in the clubs. Like, the NBA is
Uh,
using it when they like cut to commercial.
what
It's
a time.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. They're using his diss track as a thing, but also I listened to the first one and it was pretty good.
Mhm.
And then I saw that there was one where he put like the cover photo was a map with what I guess was like maybe Drake's house or something like
Yeah, it was
that.
Drake's house, and he
Yeah.
put like the little markers that are like when a predator is on like the citizen app.
Ah.
So like if you look up like a map of
Uh.
sexual offenders in the area, like that's the sign that comes up for someone who's a registered sex offender.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Pretty cool cover of him to do
Yeah.
that. I like Kendrick. I don't know. Who was it? Drake was accused of being with like Millie Bobby Brown, right?
Yeah, I mean that's yeah,
Okay.
but it's all there's also a bunch that have come out that like you can see him like commenting on a girl's like Instagram and liking her
Oh,
photos when she's like 17 or 16, and then she'll turn
gross.
18 and they're like hanging out immediately.
Oh, okay. That's gross.
So yeah, a lot of people
Yeah.
think that he's like a groomer, and I don't know. I don't think anything's really gonna happen from it because I think like Drake's too famous and makes people
Yeah.
too much money
Right.
that it's gonna just kind of get swept under the rug because nothing's really happened in like a week now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I feel like there's also those like diehard Drake fans
Mhm.
who just are like they're not gonna stop listening to Drake. Like
Yeah,
it's
they're gonna
not
defend him.
yeah. But I used to like Drake, like his first couple albums.
Mhm.
And then now I don't know. He seems a little too corny. It's
Yeah.
like he made some bangers. I do like Kendrick a lot. But I don't know if this is true. I just heard one of my friends said that like Kendrick had allegations too. Um but I don't know if that's true.
He didn't have
I,
like pedophile, but well, because Drake said that Kendrick like hit his wife,
oh,
but then
okay.
Kendrick's wife was like, no, he didn't.
Gotcha.
And it was like being taken from his like new album. He has like a song where it's like him arguing back and forth with the girl, and it ends with them being like
Oh,
abusive, but it's just like an
right.
artistical piece. And
Right.
then he also has a song where he's like rapping about like it's like he's talking about like being a victim of being molested, but he's not talking about himself. It's like
Oh,
a
okay.
song. It's like, another where it's like a story
Right.
from someone else's perspective, and so then Drake like made fun of him for that, which people were kind of like, okay, that's a weird thing. Like,
Yeah.
he's making fun of you for being a bad person. You're like
Right.
victim blaming
Right.
him. It was very weird.
That is a little weird.
Yeah, Drake also said the line where he said that Kendrick raps like he's trying to free the slaves. And then
Oh,
people were like, "Hey, you're black, buddy. Like,
yeah.
you can't use freeing the slaves as like an insult." So, I
Oh,
don't really know what's
Drake.
going to go forward with it, but
Yeah. It might just die down.
yeah.
I did see that J. Cole hopped in.
Yeah, well,
But
he like Kendrick dissed J. Cole, and then J. Cole made a diss track, and then the next day he like apologized and like deleted the song, and then so Kendrick was like,
gotcha.
"I'll leave you alone," which is probably a good idea because like one of the diss tracks is like Kendrick writes like a letter to his like daughter and son and tells them that like if they ever need a real father, like he'll look after them, and then one verse is a letter to Drake's mom where he's like, you raised a horrible fucking person and I blame you. Like it's a crazy song.
Yeah, that's pretty savage of him
Yeah.
to be like, "Hey, Drake's mom, your son is like a piece of shit."
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah, yeah. That's it's funny when grown men beef. I
Mhm.
like it. I like it. I wonder what's gonna happen, but I think I do like Kendrick out of the two more. I don't know. I haven't really like listened to rap lately. I used to love rap, but I just haven't. I you know, everybody that I love, well not everybody, but some artists that I love, they just end up doing stupid things. Like Morgan Wallen, used to love him and now he's like stupid. Can you look at Morgan Wallen throwing chair?
Mhm.
Which everybody has probably heard about this, but he got drunk and threw a chair. He's also like just said the N word when he's drunk, and he's just kind of stupid. But his music is good. Oh, the video has expired, but he did throw a chair, and I don't know if he is still in jail or what. If he, I think he got arrested that night, but yeah, um, I think, you know, I really liked Morgan Wallen, but now he's kind of corny too. Everybody just, I don't know. I haven't. If you guys have any good music suggestions, drop them in the comments. Share your playlist with me. I have playlists here and there, but I just feel like I'm out of tune with music and what goes on. And I want to start getting more into celebrity tea because I think that it's funny and entertaining. Like grown men beefing and saying rap battles is entertaining to me. I yeah, I oh yeah, I have not finished Desperate Housewives yet. But I am this far along to know that, and I'm kind of just jumping from topic to topic, guys. Sorry. Y'all know I have ADHD, but we uh had talked about it. Well, in my last solo episode about Susan Meyer and Desperate Housewives and everything like that. I'm still watching it. I'm on season 7. I'm towards the end of season 7, but I'm trying to watch them slow because here's the thing. I have a lot of shows that I like and things that I can watch, but Desperate Housewives is just my favorite comfort show. And it's like, yeah, I've just been consumed with it. And once the show is over, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. So I've been watching it like slow, especially since I got back home from all the traveling. I haven't really watched it as much because I'm like, no, I don't want to know what happens. I don't really like to rewatch shows. I've rewatched The Office, but like if it's a movie or a show that I've seen, I don't know. I rewatching it, I'm like, I know what's gonna happen, but you know how sometimes if you watch a movie a long time ago, then you haven't seen it for a while, it's like, oh, I forgot this happened. So yeah, but long story short, I'm far enough into Desperate Housewives why I finally see why the Reddit thread says that Tom Scavo is kind of a piece of shit. You know, to be honest, Tom Scavo, I kind of thought like, oh, he's like the hunk husband out of all of them, you know? But if you are not to season 7 yet, and for some odd reason you're listening to this, just skip because I'm gonna spoil something. I am very upset by the fact that Tom Scavo slept with Lynette, his wife's best friend, and they just never spoke about it. They just never said. They've never told Lynette anything. It happened while, I mean, Lynette found out on her own, but they didn't say anything. And so now I'm at the point where she's like getting back at Tom by like doing little things to him for not telling her because she found out on her own. And yeah, I'm like, you know what? He's kind of trash. He was my favorite husband in the show, but I don't know about now. I think it might be Carlos. Uh, so yeah, my dog. This is related to Desperate Housewives. My little dog. Her name is Pumpkin. But when she starts acting like a chihuahua, I call her Juanita Solis because that's the little girl in Desperate Housewives, and my dog acts feisty like her. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on that about the show because I am highly disappointed in Tom's character. And, you know, it's kind of good that the writers did that where they're like, we'll make him an asshole towards the very end of the show. But I'm hoping that with what I have left from the rest of season 7 and in season 8, he can redeem himself. But I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I feel like there's something else that I wanted to talk about, but I'm just kind of going blank. I've been a little bit scattered, and I thought, well, I'm just going to have an episode and let my thoughts go where they want to go. So, yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for joining in. I would really appreciate it if you enjoy this, if you could like or comment or subscribe. I need to get better about putting my clips out. That's, you know, what I need to make the goal for myself is to just actually like put more content out. That's what I said at the beginning of this, but I'm just bad. I want to get better. Like, I love putting like Instagram stories, but I just need to get better at like actually being on social media because that's part of the job. Some days I'm like, I just want to watch TV and not be on Instagram the whole day. I'd rather fill my mind with shows instead of social media. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to you guys next week. And once again, thank you for listening to my complaining and rambling, whether it's you're just now deciding to listen or you have been listening every episode. I really appreciate it. So thanks, you guys. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you?